What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Minecraft video. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you how to build a custom tree. Have you ever been in a situation where you just finished a large build and you want to make a tree next to it? So you try bone mealing a tree and it's just really small. So you try and make your own custom tree and it ends up looking like this. And I guess that's a bit better than the previous tree because at least this has branches, I guess, but still, you want something a little nicer. So if you need a custom tree, then this is the right video for you. So let's begin. So the first thing we're gonna need to do is create the skeleton for the tree. And that's basically just my term for like the trunk and the branches. Now, instead of grabbing one of these logs, we're gonna grab one of these because these look a lot nicer and smoother when you're building a custom tree and will definitely improve it. So now what we're gonna do is we're going to make a little circle-ish thing, not a perfect circle, but just a tiny little like round shape over here and build up to a point in this, and this will be our trunk. This point that we've built, we will extend a bit so it looks something like this. So now we're going to add some branches. So now that we're moving on to the branches, don't just start doing something like this because this will not look good. What instead you need to do is do something like this where you're having a nice branch coming out, but it doesn't look too heavy, I guess, and looks a little bit smaller, like a twig. So we're gonna make this a little larger because this is a small branch. And now we're gonna repeat this process on all the sides. So let's do that. There we go. We have 3 amazing looking branches, and now what we're gonna do is make smaller branches coming out from the bigger branches, kind of like this. So we're gonna do that for all the branches, and we're gonna add a lot. Now that we are completely done adding branches, we are going to make a little pillar in the middle, which will come in handy when we're adding our leaves. So now for the most important process on your skeleton, detailing. Alright, so to detail our tree, we're gonna use stairs, slabs, fences, and fence gates. And I bet you're wondering why we're using spruce with oak, but if you look here, spruce blends in better with oak than oak blends in with oak. I know it makes no sense, but just look at that. It's seamless. I bet you're wondering why we're not using trapdoors, and the reason why is because while these trapdoors may look completely fine, these ones have holes in them, which I don't think will look very good on a tree. So with all that out of the way, let's begin our detailing. So I'm gonna take each one of these one at a time. So let's start with stairs. So on the stairs, we're gonna put a lot around the bottom right here, just to give it a bit more depth. We're also gonna put just a few on the branches because I find that looks the nicest. Okay, now for the slabs, we're just gonna do the same thing that we did with the stairs on the bottom and the same on the branches. Okay, so the fences are gonna be primarily on the branches because fences don't really look the best down there, but I find they look the best up here. So let's put some fence gates on the tips of each of these branches and put some fences there too, just for some variety. We're also gonna put some fences like that, so it looks kind of like they're pointing up. We can also throw on a fence right here, just for some fun. All right, leaf time. Okay, so for our leaves, we're gonna place one leaf right here on this branch that we made that's pointing up, and we're gonna extend it so it's going all around the tree. So let's start doing that. Now we're gonna try and angle them so that it goes to a branch that's pointing out, and that will be our basis. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna extend outward a bit more like this, leaving some holes right here like that. So we're gonna keep extending till we get to as many points as possible. So we have a nice ring of leaves around the tree. And while we're at it, we're gonna make some leaves pointing out like this, just for a bit of variety. Okay, so now we have a little circle of leaves around our tree. And using the techniques I taught you a little earlier, we're gonna extend all these leaves so they're touching this. So let's go do that. Okay, so now we have that done, but the bottom still looks pretty bare. So let's just add a couple leaves down here to make it look a little nicer. Alright, now that we have some leaves on the bottom, it's starting to come together. But we need to just fly above this and check up here to make sure we haven't missed some spots. And I see over here, I don't like this little hole, so I'm just gonna fill it in with a couple leaves. And over here too. That's looking a lot better now. And if yours looks a little checkerboarded, then just make sure to give it some variation so it doesn't look too man-made. And that's our tree completed. I hope this video was able to help you with making your custom tree. And I also left a video by Grian in the description, which helped me make my custom trees. So you should give that a watch if you're interested in custom trees. But with all that out of the way, don't forget to subscribe. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.